So today is my day trip to Mount Rainier. I'm super duper excited. I didn't really end the vlog properly last night, but I was just so tired by the time it was done. I just went to bed, but thank you, Sydney, for taking me to the Navy Straight and having a wonderful chat with you. I truly enjoyed meeting you, but there's a car coming. But now I'm on my way to get some breakfast, some coffee, something to eat before my meeting point for my day trip to Mount Rainier at 9 o'clock. And this place was recommended to me, More Coffee Shop, by Here for a Moment on Twitter and Instagram. There it is. Can you see it in the distance? I heard the coffee here is really good, so I cannot wait. You can see that didn't work out, but I got breakfast at Ludi's, which was still good. Got leftovers. Now I'm on my way to the meeting point. With a full stomach from eating that big breakfast, I then walked to my meeting point, which was in Westlake Park, which is right near the Westlake Mall. From there, it was about a 2-hour van ride to Mount Rainier National Park. Maybe give or take about half an hour to an hour. I don't really remember, but let me tell you something. The views on your ride out there were absolutely amazing, and at certain points you can actually see Mount Rainier in the distance, which was absolutely exciting. It just made me even more giddy and anxious to get there. But I mean, look at that. You can't go wrong with scenery here in Washington. There was nothing better than entering the park, seeing the beautiful forest and Mount Rainier in the background, snow covered and everything. I mean, just look at that. She is beautiful. We then parked the car, or should I say the van rather, in the parking lot to the start of the trail. So the main trail that we went on as a group was the Skyline Trail. However, towards the end of that trail, there was an additional trail to go a little bit closer to Mount Rainier so you can get closer views of it, which is called Glacier Vista. This is what I chose because, you know, if I'm going to get closer to a mountain, especially as beautiful as that one, I had to do it. So basically from there, we just started the trail. If you are not used to hiking on a trail that's very steep, even when you are with the group, I just want you to know that you don't need to feel rushed to keep up with the group or anything like that. We had a variety of different people with varying strength and fitness levels. So take your time, pace yourself because it is steep during certain portions of it. As you can see, it kind of gets hilly from time to time, but there were some very steep inclines. If you have asthma like myself, don't be like me and forget your asthma pump. Remember your asthma pump. Take pumps when needed, take breaks when needed, and you will be good to go. As you walk farther along the trail, you just get 360-degree views of the beautiful mountains, St. Helens off in the distance, and of course, Mount Rainier. She is a beautiful 14er, I believe, so the farther up you go on the trail, the higher in elevation you go. So if you do not do very well with altitude, please make sure you have medicine for that. Take your time. bring some Advil or any medication that you need to help you with any symptoms that you might experience. I was fine for the most part. I just forgot my asthma pump, so I was struggling a bit with my breathing. That's why most of this is basically just silent, honestly, with the sound off, because you do not need to hear me fighting for my life, for real, because it was bad.
You can follow the trail, basically. You can see it all the way. You can see how it moves around there.
Okay, we can do it.
I mean, shout out to that tour guide with 2 backpacks, because she was carrying our lunches as well and going up that steep ass trail. She was a real one. But as you can see, like, it's just beautiful all the way around, you know? You really didn't have any bad views no matter where you were on the trail. Had a wonderful time at our first stop. We have a few more today, like a waterfall. I'm gonna do another walk in the forest, so the views are just beautiful. I cannot wait to go to the next stop. The next stop on our tour of Mount Rainier National Park was Narada Falls. This was a beautiful waterfall. I mean, it wasn't the biggest waterfall, if I'm being completely honest, but, you know, it just looked beautiful either way, honestly. I mean, look at that clear, pristine water coming from the top there, and it just drops into the valley below, and it's just surrounded by the beautiful rock faces, the trees, the woods in the background. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I was in awe, no matter where I looked. And then after that, we went to a random pit stop. Sorry, I don't know the name of it. It was just like a little closed off road, and we just hopped the little rope closure over there to get some other views of Mount Rainier from a different angle. After that, we went to Pristine Waterfall, which is a tinier waterfall that was basically off from one side of the road, and it cut underneath the road and it continued into the valley below. It was absolutely beautiful, and just the beautiful stone bridge that you can see here just made it all the more special. It kind of felt like you were back in time a little bit, kind of like the, you know, Middle Ages or something like that, or something out of like Lord of the Rings, and just being on a stone bridge like that, just in a forest with like waterfalls and nature. Like, I don't know, it was doing something for me. Okay, it was a vibe, it was giving, and I loved it. And our last stop of the day was just a little forest walk. We went on a trail. I'm sorry, I do not remember the name of it. I will put it in the video if I do manage to find out what it is. But basically, we walked on this little trail through the forest.
Actually, the tallest trees in the US, even taller than redwoods. So yeah, they're good. But again, that's about 1,000 years old, that tree. 1,000 years.
This is a very old forest with beautiful, thick, tall trees. I don't know about you, but like, I just love looking at the trees here in Washington, for real, for real. I mean, they're just different. You know what I mean? I mean, on the East Coast and being here in Pennsylvania, of course, we have tons of forest and it's beautiful, but just there's something about trees on the West Coast that just hit different. They look different, they feel different, and I was all for it. So I absolutely loved walking through and learning about the forest and its natural beauties. Shout out to Dan right here for helping me get pictures and video of myself for my Instagram and other social media platforms. He was another solo traveler who was staying in the same hostel as I was, so kudos to him, and it was so nice to meet you, Dan. That was the end to a great day, a great tour in Mount Rainier National Park, and I had a wonderful time meeting Dan. He helped me take a lot of my pics, and I helped him take pics and videos for him, for his Instagram. And yeah, now I'm gonna go eat something and then go to sleep. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little mini vlog. It was fun. I enjoyed the hiking, the beautiful views, the scenery. You just didn't need to hear me fighting for my life because I forgot my inhaler, but I still enjoyed it at the end of the day. But yeah, I will see you for my last and final day here in Seattle. Bye-bye.
Every moment tonight, they led me to you. Every single time you look at me, I lose it too. Why don't you come sit next to me? Let things happen naturally, like you